I really wasn't a believer at first, but you better believe I am now. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Budget Lawns. Today on the channel, we're going to talk about something that I have been getting a lot of questions about here lately. Now, what I don't want out of this is complaints in the comments from people telling me, man, I wish you would show us how to do stuff from time to time. I'd like to see you working in the lawn. Look, I get that, y'all, and I apologize for that. But I've worked all week. I've eaten breakfast with my kids every morning, put them to bed every night. I value my family time, and contrary to popular belief in what you see out of a lot of YouTubers in lawn care, I do not live in my yard and I do not live for YouTube. I do this merely for fun and to provide you, hopefully, some valuable information. So you either want these details or you don't. Today we are going to talk about something that when I first got into lawn care, I didn't buy into. I really didn't see the point. I thought if you did all the cultural practices, mowing, fertilizing, and watering properly, that you wouldn't have to do the fourth thing that we talk about all the time, and that is weed control. And trust me, those first three things help big time. But if you do this fourth one, it takes a lot of the stress and pressure off your back. And that is pre-emergent weed control. If you know about weed herbicides, you've got two types. You have pre-emergent and post-emergent. A pre-emergent is something you put on your lawn to prevent the weeds from coming up in the first place. And the second type, post-emergent, well, that's what you put on your lawn or spray on your lawn if they're there and you want to kill them. Wouldn't you like to prevent them and not have to worry about killing them? I mean, I know I sure would. So when I started using a pre-emergent and I never had to use a weed killer anymore, I thought, this is dumb not to do this, okay? I haven't used a post-emergent herbicide in years now. Even on this new lawn, I haven't used one. Of course, I still haven't used a pre-emergent either. And I keep getting asked, when are you going to use a pre-emergent for the first time on your new lawn? Well, here's the answer. I am going to use its first ever pre-emergent after the Bermuda goes completely dormant this fall. Once it goes dormant, a lot of its root growth and development pretty much ceases. And then the pre-emergent really won't affect that development. So when it goes completely dormant sometime in November or so, which will be close to a year since it was laid, it will get its first round of pre-emergent. But if you have an established lawn, when should you put a pre-emergent down? You hear a lot of folks I know talking about soil temperatures, because soil temperatures are crucial and can certainly help you know when to apply your pre-emergent applications. But I don't even worry about soil temperatures, okay? I just make sure that I put down a pre-emergent at convenient intervals so it keeps me covered at pretty much all times, okay? The one I use is the Spectracide Weed Stop for Lawns Plus Crabgrass Preventer. It's a granular in a bag. It's good and effective for about 90 days. So here's my schedule. I put down an application around the middle of September for my fall and winter weeds. Okay, you got to know which weeds you're trying to prevent. If you put down a fall application of pre-emergent and you say you're trying to prevent that crabgrass, guess what? You're talking about the wrong weed that you're trying to prevent, okay? Your fall pre-emergent is trying to prevent the Poa annua from coming up and any of those other cool season weeds. After I put down a fall pre-emergent in September, I won't do anything until right around the first of the next year. Right after the holidays, I'll throw down another round of the Spectracide Weed Stop Plus Crabgrass Preventer, and that will kind of limp me along from any breakthroughs from the middle part of the winter, you could say, around January 1st, until my spring application rolls around the middle part of March. So you see, these are timed out about 90 days or so apart, so I have no breakthroughs from September to March. And then when March rolls around, that's when I throw down the spring application, which is going to prevent the dreaded crabgrass and any of those summer warm season weeds that I don't want popping up. So why don't I do one from March in the spring and then another one about 90 days later sometime in the summer? That is where the cultural practices, frequent mowing, proper watering, And proper fertilizing and building that thick, dense turf is going to do the work for me. If I do all of those things, I'm not even going to give an environment for weeds to survive in my lawn. A thick, healthy Bermuda grass lawn will keep anything from popping up, and I won't have to worry about putting down another pre-emergent in the summertime. Not to mention, I won't even have to worry about using a post-emergent weed killer. Okay? Weeds will be so sparse during that summertime period that anything I do see, I can manually pick out with my fingers in a bucket, which if you watch this channel for long enough, you will find out that I just enjoy that. Call me crazy, call it weird, but I find it therapeutic to go out in the lawn and pick a weed out, feel the roots come up, toss it into a bucket, and get it out of my way. Okay, y'all, so pre-emergents. I'm a believer. I've gone times with and without them. And if you're in lawn care and you want to be serious about it and you don't want to mess with post-emergent herbicides and you don't want to have the stress or, pressure on you to keep weeds from being a problem in your lawn, just use a pre-emergent and keep them from coming up in the first place. Not to mention, just 3 applications of that is so much better for you and the environment if you're not having to constantly go out in your lawn and spray a post-emergent herbicides. So I hope that information helps you. Just remember, fall for your cool season and winter weeds. Another application around the first of the year to limp you along to your spring app in March, which will prevent crabgrass and other warm season weeds coming up. You do that at those timed intervals, and then you hit your cultural practices hard during the summer, you will be, for the most part, weed-free, because weeds in your lawn, whether it's a lot or a little, is just a part of lawn care, so you better get used to it. Okay, my friends, that's it on this edition of Budget Lawns. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate your support. We'll see you soon.